guys, welcome back to another episode of Entrepreneurship Decoded. I have some awesome guests today. I have Melanie, Marian, and Taylos, just three strangers who came together through one business leader and just had a great connection and manifested a manifesting business. So welcome Melanie, Taylos, and Marian. And to start out, you guys just want to individually explain just your backstory, where you started, what the challenges were, and then how it just brought you guys together and created this amazing business you have today.
Sure. Marian, you want to go ahead and lead us off?
Sure. Okay. So my entrepreneurship journey started 2 years ago. I was a librarian. Before that, I have a master's in library science. I'm Marian the librarian. And I recognized I really love administrative work, behind the scenes work. And so I jumped careers. I became an assistant. I climbed the ranks in corporate and got into the C-level suite as an executive assistant. And then I just hit this wall of like, well, what's next? What do I want to do? And I felt like I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do and use the right tools that in order to do my job, because corporations choose how you do your job and what tools you use. And so I decided to jump ship and become a virtual assistant. And so by way of becoming a virtual assistants have to have their own business as an independent contractor. So that kind of threw me into the online business world, just cold turkey, all in. And after doing that for several months, I realized, oh, there's this really big opportunity where I can contribute. And so I started working in my own business. I started my own podcast, The Productivity Tip of the Day. And I have helped virtual assistants through workshops about productivity and efficiency, email inbox zero, extreme time blocking. But there was always something that I felt like I could have done more with. And my biggest aha in entrepreneurship was recognizing that I needed a coach. I needed someone to come alongside me and strategize in my business. And so I quickly, once I figured that out, I invested in myself. I had to spend the money in order to really make more money and learn what I needed to do with my business. And all while that's happening, I meet these guys in a money mindset course, and we just really hit it off, and we really dove deep into the self-development journey. And so quickly, I realized that my passions shifted from productivity and virtual assistant to self-development and manifesting. And so when Melanie and Taylos invited me to become a partner, it was just an obvious yes. I was so excited. And yeah, it's been really wonderful the last couple of weeks.
I'll jump in. My background's a little bit different. I come from a law enforcement background, moved from that to starting a family business, and had some midlife changes going on. And so that's about the time that I discovered law of attraction and really dove deep into the self-development, stage of my life. And then that led me to the course that I met these two. And so once I started diving into it and learning it and wanting to share it with other people, I really started looking at, the things that I enjoy and that light me up. And I found that I really enjoyed, helping other people and helping other people push through those blocks and really look at the things that light them up and the impact that they want to make in the world, or the gifts that they want to share with the world. So that really fueled my fire as far as wanting to help motivate them and push them toward their dreams. And so as we developed through the course together, we got pretty close. The whole group got really close. And then, we jumped in and created this group and created a really big challenge to keep all of our minds really focused on the positive. And in that, we developed this business. And through the whole process, we've been able to really hone down and work with people individually, coaching them, seeing the different things that really help push them through. And so we're just really super stoked that everything just is just blossoming and at such an amazing rate. And the only reason in my mind that we're able to do this is the partnership. The partnership really is the biggest breakthrough for me personally. I had my own business that I was running for about 2 years that was really not doing much. And as soon as, we formed this partnership, it's like bam, 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 one thing after the other. We're impacting lives already. It's just every day it's something new. You wake up and you're feeling fulfilled, and you just wonder how many people you're going to reach, who you're going to help that day. And it's just an amazing way to live.
Yeah, so I'm an electrician by trade. So I got to a point in my life where I thought working for someone else was enough, and went and formed my own business from scratch and built it up to a company. Became quite successful, employing 4 people. But it got to the point where that came at a price, which was at the worst part, working 90 hours a week, which, is not sustainable. So I gave that away after a while, and had what I like to call a midlife oasis, where I dived wholeheartedly into emergency first aid as a volunteer ambulance officer, or the equivalent of an EMT in the States. And then came across this money mindset course where I met these wonderful people, and really got to the heart of the matter. As it doesn't matter what sort of business you've got, or what sort of turnover you're doing. It's about your mindset around that as to what's going to make the difference. And when we really got together, and like they've said, is the power of the mastermind. Having like-minded people pulling in the same direction just really, creates such a different result exponentially. And yeah, those 90-hour weeks are definitely a thing of the past.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's some great stories. A librarian that just turned into an entrepreneur, and electric engineer, and then just regular people who found their passions with entrepreneurship and led you guys to each other, your destiny to find each other. So can you guys just explain what your manifesting business is? And I'm not 100% sure I know what it is either, but I'd love to know more. And so could you guys explain that a little bit more?
Of course. Thank you for the opportunity. Basically, we have several different courses. We're open for coaching as well. And we really, through the program that we've already started and had run several people through, we are honing down on how to manifest the life of your dreams. So if you have, a lot of the people in our group are entrepreneurs as well. So if you have business goals, you want to start your own business, you don't want to do those 90 hours, or you're at home and you're just feeling like there's something more that you want to share with the world through your business, that's our primary target, that we want to help them grow and really understand that they can, especially with the mastermind behind them, that they can really push through and do anything. If it's inside of them, then they can push through and have it. And so what we do is we have a series of different courses, different levels. Right now we're launching on Monday, that what we're really super excited about is a 14-day challenge to really set up your morning for the morning routine, to get your mindset in the right positive place to start your day and to really fuel you throughout the day. So it's to start locking in those habits early in the morning, get you set up, get you on the road to success. So we have, different programs available. That's the one that we're launching now. And we're also available for coaching and that sort of thing. We have a YouTube channel. We're producing more and more information to really just help get your mind around positive thinking about what it is you want, and just keeping focused on the road that way. And, some people that are really, really into manifesting, we're going to get deep and dirty into those really powerful tools of manifesting.
Awesome. Taylos, Marian, do you have anything else to add with that?
Yeah, no, everything Melanie just said. I mean, the beauty about us is that we all bring something different to the table. And so whatever you're looking for, most likely you're going to find it in our mastermind. Even if it's not with us, there's so many incredible people in our group already, and they are excellent mentors to each other. I definitely come from a more operations standpoint. I have the prosperity party, and I help people really get into the operations and technicalities of their entrepreneurship and business. And I love helping in that area. And then, of course, you know, Taylos and Melanie, I go to for coaching as well, because, you know, no matter where you are in your journey, I think mentorship is super important.
Awesome.
Yes. So just, you know, on our strengths, like Marian said, she's the operational side, and she's also doing a lot on the meditation, whereas Melanie's more on movement, and I'm big on the accountability. So we've got the unique advantage where we're all in a different time zone. So for instance, if someone wants to be kept accountable for an early morning start, I'm your guy, because I'm on the other side of the world and it's my mid-afternoon. So I'm all bright, cheery-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to get you going.
That's great. So you guys talked about just the importance of just putting your mind in the right mindset and just getting those positive feelings everywhere and just spreading that everywhere. So why do you guys feel like that's important for entrepreneurs, for most people, everyone, to just go through those morning manifestations and defining that positive energy?
I'll start. I know what it's like. I have several clients, and I work with a lot of entrepreneurs through my clients. And it is so easy to get sucked into this vortex of tasks and next actions and projects and client work and all of the things that you need to do. When you wake up in the morning, you're probably thinking about this long list of who is needing your help with all sorts of things, all the things that you're trying to produce, all the sales you're trying to make, and then just balancing, you know, your expenses, and then if you're managing a team, like, it's just so much, and it takes up so much of the bandwidth in your mind. And so it's so important to have some sort of habit or habits in place to come back to who you are, just as you, and what your purpose is in this world, even beyond your business, but certainly using your business as a way to connect with others and be your truest self. And so for me, like Taylos said, I am all about the meditation. I think it's super critical to pause and reflect and make sure that I am on purpose. I'm taking life intentionally. I'm resetting, you know, my mindset, and I do that in the morning, certainly, but I also do it in the afternoon and evening. And I make sure that, you know, I'm in alignment, because so many times I have meditated for 5, 10, 20 minutes, and everything I thought I was going to do next has shifted to totally different, or I have totally new ideas. And if I hadn't taken the time to just take a deep breath, I would have never discovered what I really needed to do in my business. And so that's why I think it's important. But I'll let Taylos and Melanie talk about why they think it's important.
I truly believe that, you know, you never turn manifesting off. So to prime your mind and to get set on what it is that you want and looking toward the positive, then you'll be attracting those positive things to you. If you don't take control of that and you just kind of let it go all over, or go down that negative rabbit hole, then it's going to bring those negative things into you. And so if you're not focused and get set up right in the morning and throughout the day, reminding yourself, shifting your head back toward that positive or what it is you want, then, you know, you're either going to get negative results or you're going to get stuck in that in-between stage. So to really keep focused on what it is you want, not only will it get you to those goals, but you'll be able to experience it and feel that joy and happiness in the here and now. While you're on your way to the end result, you can feel the experiences here and now.
Yeah, so I think also setting up a good morning routine is also about setting your intention for the day. I guess a good analogy is, you know, you're the author of your own story. How do you want it to look and feel and turn out? And that all comes down to how you determine it's going to be. So if you wake up in the morning saying, this is going to be an awesome day, to quote someone I know, you're going to have an awesome day. Whereas if you wake up and go, oh, gee, I don't know what today's going to bring, or it's going to be a hard day, well, guess what? That's what you're going to get. So setting the right intention really makes a profound difference as to how everything works out for you.
Those are great answers. I think that a lot of people need that in their life. They need to, even if they're not an entrepreneur or business leader who has, is working 80 to 90 hours and they have all these things that they need to do and they're wearing all the hats in the business when they start out. I think they'd enjoy the journey a lot better if they just took a moment, they meditated, they took a breather and just relaxed. So like when you guys started doing this, what was like the one habit you did like every single day? So like Marian, you kind of talked about meditation, but like what is the one thing that you did every day that you felt just really changed your journey and really changed the way you saw entrepreneurship in general?
Well, Taylos kind of already said it. I wake up in the morning and I say I'm going to have an amazing day. And then if I start my day like that, and I'm going through the rest of my morning routine, like getting dressed, brushing my teeth, my head starts thinking of, well, why is it going to be an amazing day? And it outlines my most important tasks for the day. And so by the time that I've gotten to my desk, I'm ready to write those things down of like, okay, I need to remember I want to do this, this, and this. Even if those weren't the things I wanted to do the night before, sleep is really restorative and regenerative for my subconscious. I can find out what is super important for my day. And then if I'm working with several teams, I will chat with those teams and let them know, okay, hey, this is where I'm thinking the focus needs to go today. This is what I want to focus on myself. And I can, outsource what I need to do that morning. And so it's kind of like the mainstay every single day, even on my weekends, even on vacation. I will, even if I'm not connecting with people or I'm screenless, I'll write it down in my journal.
Yeah, I think gratitude is probably, I'm big on movement and that sort of thing. Like that's, I love it. But really, when you ask the question, the one thing that absolutely changed where I was is just as soon as I open my eyes, it's just being grateful. So I'll find 3 things to be grateful for. And, when Marian had mentioned how she says she, with intention, sets that today is going to be an awesome day, like that was, even though I was doing the gratitude. So you get in the gratitude and it just makes you know that everything is good in life and that there's so much to be grateful for. And then to shift and then also to say, I am going to make today the best day ever. So those 2 things, just really just set me up for a wonderful day.
Yeah, so for me, it was, like I said, creating the intention for the day. And I have about a 45-minute drive in the morning, so I like to fill that time with positive things. So I start with a podcast. I have my goals on an audio file, so I play them and speak them out loud. I then listen to my favorite song, and then whatever time I have left remaining in that trip, I fill with a YouTube video from a speaker I'm listening to at that time. So I quite often find a YouTube that has 3 or 4 hours on it. So I have it throughout the whole week and just maintain that consistent messaging. And that really makes a huge difference.
That's amazing, guys. I think a lot of entrepreneurs and just everyone needs to hear just the habits that help you guys just get through the day, that give you that positivity and just make your life fuller in general. So last question, just like, what's your one piece of advice for people who are just starting out, who feel like they just have so much to do, or they've been scatterbrained, or they're just stressed and anxious, especially with what's been going on? We've had to stay at home for months now. And so what would be your one piece of advice for those people who are just starting out?
My advice is don't go it alone. You need to do this with other people. And it doesn't have to be a formal business partnership just because all 3 of us work in a business partnership formally. It doesn't have to be like that. Join a mastermind, hire a coach, get the help that you need, and don't just, worry and get overwhelmed with all of the different areas and wearing all of the hats. Find someone that has been there, that can walk you through the strategy of what you need to focus on and win. Because you might think that there's like a billion things you need to do, but really maybe there's just one or two things that you need to do right now. And you may not know that because you're new to this. That's life. We're all new to it at some point. We've all been there. And so finding someone, either a coach or a group where you can bring your problems and bring your concerns, you can get so much help. Like, I love the masterminds that I host because there's such a variety of different entrepreneurs. And so it's not like a feeling of competition. We don't believe that there's such thing as competition. We believe we can all help each other and build one another up. And so it's really fantastic when I'm sharing my story and like a personal trainer entrepreneur is telling me, oh, well, when I was doing this with YouTube, this is what I was doing. And then I learned from that and I can apply it to my own business. And it's great. Everybody wins, especially my audience, because I'm doing more for them in a more efficient way. And so I think there's this tendency of like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm doing this, I'm already spending so much money just to exist as a business. I can't afford to do anything else. I can't spend my time with other people that's socializing. But really, if you look at the most successful people, they always have a squad, right? All of our billionaires and millionaires, they're not living life alone. They've got huge teams and they have partners, they have networks. They're always, having lunch with somebody. Never eat alone. Don't eat alone. Always find someone to eat with or chat with, or, jump on a Zoom call with. Being at home is no excuse when our technology is so fantastic. I've been at home for 2 years, so quarantine didn't really affect how I engage with the people all day and every day.
Yeah, I definitely believe masterminding and that sort of thing is really huge. I mean, the three of us have never met in person yet, we're pushing forward, and it's that's huge. But to kind of to allow the entrepreneur to really accept that, I believe that you need to have an open mind. So if you're starting out, so often we get stuck in this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, it's all on my shoulders. Just let go of any of your beliefs that you have. Just let them be there, but just kind of be open to anything. And so if you're open to that, allow, okay, let me get in a group, let me get in a mastermind, let me be open to these ideas. It doesn't mean you have to follow all of them, because otherwise you'll be running around, but you're open to it. And then you can kind of feel within you, what really resonates with me right now? What, this person's talking about that, and it's really drawing my attention. I think I need to try that out, so it's an openness to all of this stuff, because you can join a group, and if you're not open, it's not going to help. You really have to be open to try new things, experience new things. And, that's just, it's getting outside of yourself, because we have so many limiting beliefs that we don't even know. Some of them we do, but so many we don't, and they're blocks. My partners help me out, and they coach me through different things. They'll point out different things that it's a block I don't even realize I have. But having them there, it's like, oh, okay, I'll be open to that, and we'll try something else. So that's just my tip on top of the mastermind. But
yeah, so I think for me, biggest tip would be work out your why. Why do you want to do what you're doing? Because there are going to be tough times, and there are going to be times when you really don't want to, and you need to be able to refer back. Why am I doing this? Why am I sacrificing everything to do this? And once you know your why, it really makes everything else pale into insignificance. It's what gets you up in the morning, what gets you waking up before your alarm and excited to start the day, is when your why is big enough. So I think once you've got that, that will really set you on a brand new path, and a lot of energy and motivation, and get a lot more done.
Awesome. You guys just top that off perfectly. I've learned so much, actually, personally. I'm still new at this. I'm still going and learning and trying to do so much, but like meeting you guys and just getting the little tips that you guys throw out just provides not me value, but I hope the people who listen to this and watch this, that they can take it and say, okay, and have that open-mindedness and be willing to learn from others. And I think that'll just give them momentum to keep going. So thank you guys so much for just giving me your time. For my audience, like you guys said, today is when they start their manifesting training program. So you guys can sign up. The link will be down below, so you guys can definitely sign up for that. I also have a free ebook coming out. I wrote a book on just the secrets to business ownership and just how to dominate the new market, because there's so many new things that have come from people staying at home, consumer spending, it's just all changed. So I have that down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I love you all. Thank you guys again for coming, and everyone have just a great day.